I just don't want my phone to fall into a hot pan of pork fat. Whoop!
No, your phone did not just... Did your phone fall in?
No, that was very close.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm here with Holly Haines, the wonderful Holly Haines, and she is going to show us how to make adobo 2 ways.
So great to be here with you.
I love being with you. I only wish it were in person.
Me too, so I could stuff your face full of food.
I would eat all of it. So Holly, do you want to tell us a little bit about what adobo is, aside from one of your favorite dishes?
Every Filipino home has their own version of adobo, and essentially it's 5 standard ingredients: soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, bay leaves, and peppercorns. That's like every version of adobo has that. The ratio of vinegar to soy sauce changes, how much garlic you use changes, but basically I'll adobo anything. You could adobo my big toe and I'd eat it.
You're doing adobo 2 ways, so you're doing eggplant and then you're going to do pork belly, right?
Yeah. If you don't like eggplant, don't use eggplant. You can literally use any vegetable and adobo it. All you're going to do is adjust the cooking time. But for the eggplant, I like to cut nice thick slices so they don't like disintegrate in the pan. I put like a tablespoon of grapeseed oil, you can use vegetable oil, in the pan. And just letting it get nice and brown on both sides. It takes a few minutes. Eggplant definitely likes to absorb oil. So I only like to put like a tablespoon of the oil in at a time to brown it, or else it'll just soak it all up. It's nice and browned on both sides. Got a nice little color on there.
Mine never gets like that. It looks beautiful.
The key is, once it gets in the pan, you gotta leave it alone. And I am the worst when it comes to leaving things alone. So usually when I brown things, I try to keep myself busy with another task. Like that's usually when I'll wash dishes or try to clean up a little bit. So I leave whatever I'm trying to brown alone. In this case, it was set up the camera right. And I got my eggplant brown.
That was perfect.
Then turn down the heat, and we're gonna add all the stuff that makes it adobo. Like 4 to 5 cloves of garlic with a little bit of oil, and then you just want to saute that until it smells delicious. It softens up a little bit.
Did you eat adobo when you were growing up?
Yes. This is like, there's no food to eat, make adobo. This is like a staple. Chicken adobo mostly, sometimes pork. But yeah, lots of adobo, lots of rice.
And did your mom do most of the cooking growing up?
My mom was a single mother working multiple jobs and going to school and trying to support us. So there wasn't like a lot of like mommy and me time in the kitchen. It was like, I'm gonna stop at KFC. What'd you want? Right. And most of the time it wasn't even what you want. It's like, here, I got some KFC. It's like there wasn't a choice.
Right.
All right. Garlic smells great. We're gonna add in equal parts water, soy sauce, and vinegar. Because that's a major key. And also bay leaves. A Filipino loves a bay leaf. We throw that shit in everything. And then freshly cracked black pepper, a whole bunch of it. Usually whole peppercorns, but since this doesn't cook as long as a meat-based adobo, the peppercorns don't get soft, so it's kind of like a little too much of a bite. These are my soy sauce and vinegar of choice. They usually come in like a little pair, a little 2-pack. You can get it for like $4. Soy sauce, and this is sugarcane vinegar. If you can't find this, like plain distilled white vinegar will be fine, not apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
I've seen adobo recipes with apple cider vinegar and it just makes me sad. But that's not even the right flavor profile. All the stuff simmering, gonna add in the brown eggplant, and as soon as it's tender, it's done.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow, that was
super simple.
All right, tell me what other vegetables you've tried with adobo.
This is also great with string beans, mixed veggies. That's also great. Any veg really, and definitely any protein. Like the meats love the adobo.
All right, let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it just soaks up all the flavor. This is also great with mushrooms. You know what we need?
Weed?
Rice. Oh, that too. I have this little 3-cupper.
It's so cute.
I cannot cook rice in a pot.
Oh my god, me neither!
I did not grow up cooking rice in a pot. I can't do it, so I don't. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Find your light. Yes, find your light.
That looks amazing. That was so fast.
It's pretty quick.
All right, tell me what it tastes like.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm so jealous. This is not fair.
Mmm.
Good?
I love a fried eggplant.
What about if you deep fry it and then you...
Why you had to go and say that? So yeah, this eggplant adobo is a little bit more saucy, which most adobos are. Where the pork belly adobo, after we brown everything, put all the liquid in, it cooks down until the liquid evaporates. And then it refries in the fat that it rendered off. So it's like you get little crispy bits of pork in there too. It's like the sauce becomes a glaze. It's not nearly as saucy, but the flavor is more intense.
Oh my gosh.
Let's make that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, pork belly. It usually comes in these big hunks. And get it with the skin off because the skin gets kind of tough. Just cut it into bite-sized pieces. The bigger the pieces, the longer it's going to take to get tender. So I do enjoy like a big hunk of pork belly, but it just takes forever to cook. And then we're just going to brown it on both sides in a hot, heavy pan, like a Dutch oven or whatever heavy pan you have.
Just like approximately, how long does it take to cook on both sides?
Probably about 10 minutes. I also like to do it in batches. Like I don't want to dump all of the pork belly into the pan at once because then it'll just steam. Yeah, just a few pieces at a time, let it get nice and brown. If it's still stuck to the bottom of the pan, it hasn't browned enough. Just give it a couple more seconds. And then same thing, same ingredients that we use with the eggplant. So vinegar, soy sauce, garlic. I didn't chop it this time though. It's just smashed. And then whole peppercorns instead of the crushed peppercorns. If you're not a fan of peppercorns, grind it. Like grind the pepper and put it in there. I personally like the bite of a whole peppercorn. Like I like that little burst of spice. But also going to add in a red onion. Again, you don't have to do any crazy chopping because it's going to braise for a good minute. So all you have to do is quarter it. That's fine. So the pork belly is in there. And then, just like the eggplant version, you dump everything in. Behind the scenes. Crushed garlic, all of those peppercorns, and bay leaves, and onions, and then just enough water to cover it. That's it.
So now you bring it to a boil, right?
We're gonna bring it to a boil. It's gonna start simmering. You don't have to cover it. After about 45 minutes, the meat will be tender and you can eat it then. However, if you let it cook until all of the liquid is evaporated and then cook down in the fat for like 10 minutes.
That looks amazing.
It's so flavorful and those red onions sort of caramelize down and get really sticky and delicious, and the garlic is really soft, and I just want to mash this into a bowl of rice. Yeah, there's a little pork belly and rice. Pork belly adobo.
Sad for me, so happy for you.
I'm excited. It smells like a stomach hug.
Yum.
Adobo, 2 ways. Super easy.
Thank you.
Thank you.